I've played a lot of really weird games. I've played a lot of games that I have described, sometimes affectionately, sometimes derogatorily, as Japanese AF. Conception Plus, Maidens of the 12 Stars, definitely falls into that latter category. As is typical for Spike Chunsoft games, Conception basically exists solely to be perverted fan service. But this isn't, when I say this is Japanese AF, I'm not talking about the Japan that redefined what animation and graphic novels can be. This is the type of Japanese that does heretical things with tentacles, and I will not be going into more detail or taking questions. Now that doesn't mean this game is necessarily bad, but it does mean that it's really, really weird. Also, the game is bad. Alright, I'll give a brief synopsis of the game's story. Just go ahead and sit down. You and your childhood friend, Mahiru, are pulled from your high school by a mysterious portal that opened up above you and sent you to an alternate world. Your character has been chosen by the Star God to be, quote-unquote, God's gift, the chosen warrior who will save this world from a rising tide of monsters called impurities. These impurities are, apparently, created when people have sex, so sex is illegal for the duration of the monster crisis. Good luck enforcing that one. Normally, the Star Wards in the dungeons are able to keep impurities contained, but over time these wards begin to weaken, so new Star Maidens must be selected to replace the seals once God's Gift and the Star Children have cleared the monsters. Mahiru, along with 11 women from this world, were chosen to be the 12 Star Maidens, with one representing each of the 12 traditional zodiac signs. The catch is that normal people can't harm the impurities, and that goes for the Star Maidens as well. The only ones who can harm the impurities are God's Gift and the magic Star Children, born from God's Gift and a Star Maiden. So, you spend the entire game trying to improve your bonds with these girls, have dozens and dozens of magic babies, and then lead those children into battle in increasingly repetitive and tedious dungeons. Oh, and because they're magic, the Star Children are all born looking like chibi 10-year-olds. Now, the game makes explicitly clear that classmating, the ritual by which Star Children are born, is not sexual. It then proceeds to spend the next 30 to 90 hours, depending on how much you grind for bonds, heavily implying with just about every line of dialogue that it's extremely sexual. Like I said, this game is really weird and really uncomfortable. And with the weird crap that I've played, it should say something when I'm calling a game uncomfortable. I mean, the original PSP version's translated title is Conception, Please Give Birth to My Child. I was not 5 minutes into this game when this line of dialogue came up. I can tell you're a virgin. You smell like a green banana. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. This game's weird. Okay, so on to the gameplay. It's fine. The game's about 10 times longer than it should be, but it's fine. The giant dungeon is broken up into sections. There are 4 major sections, one for each of the seasons. Each season is broken into 3 smaller sections for a total of 12 dungeons, one for each zodiac sign. There are 10 floors to each season before they branch off, and then each zodiac sign has 5 floors of its own. That makes for 100 floors. That's not counting the endgame 13th dungeon. This game knows that this gets boring and tedious too. You can press triangle to turn on auto battle. You go in with 3 teams of 4 Star Children, so I set 2 to focus on dealing damage and 1 to focus on healing, turned on auto battle, and then browsed threads or watched YouTube on my phone while the computer did the battle for me. It's bad game design if 75% of the game is so boring that I let it play itself and go do something else. It's not that the combat isn't fun, because it is. It's your typical turn-based JRPG combat. It's just that there are, other than bosses, only like 6 or 7 types of enemies in the entire game, and they just get repeated ad nauseum for 100+ floors. Navigation is your typical third-person dungeon crawl. Think Etrian Odyssey, but boring and uninspired. Etrian Odyssey from Temu, if you will. Every time you touch an enemy, you enter into a fight with usually 3 monsters. From there, it is turn-based combat, with your 3 Star Child teams acting as a single unit for a team of 4 on your side. Your 3 teams plus your player character. Like I said, the battle itself is kind of fun. What's not fun is spending 15 hours fighting 4,000 beholder monsters from Dollar Tree. Within each dungeon, there are crystals that act as chests with items, or occasionally a surprise monster encounter. There are little fountains that can either restore HP, MP, give 100 BP, bond points, or cure status effect. There are jukeboxes that act as item and weapon vending machines, and there are weird magic astrolabes, where you can sacrifice one item to hopefully get a better item, but you usually get something worse than what you've already got equipped on everyone. Money starts off being very scarce, but you very quickly reach Elon Musk levels of this degree of wealth should be criminal. My first couple of hours, I struggled to scrape together a few thousand gold for a new sword for my player character. By the end of the game, I was sitting on like 10 million gold after fully outfitting everyone with the best and most expensive gear. Your Star Children have stats and a max level based on the level of your bond with the mother. The first Star Children will suck and have a maximum level of like 10. Your endgame Star Children will have the same level 99 cap that your player character does and could probably kill God single-handedly. When a Star Child reaches max level, you should emancipate them. This means that they will go off and live their lives in the city, which is odd, considering that canonically they all vanish when the impurities have been sealed. And over time, this will level up the city and unlock and upgrade city facilities. It's best to wait until they're max level before granting a Star Child this independence, although you could do it as soon as they're born, because the higher the level of the Star Child, the more experience the city gains. After you reach max city level, which I managed after like 5 dungeons because I compulsively have to kill everything I see and thus leveled up very quickly, emancipating Star Children just gives you money. When you're working on leveling up your bonds with the Star Maidens, it plays like your typical rom-com visual novel. When you classmate with them, you will get very uncomfortable very quickly, and probably start spamming the X button to exit out of the creepy cutscene as fast as possible. If I'm being totally honest, Conception Plus Maidens of the 12 Stars really isn't a bad game. It's just definitely not a good game. It's okay-ish. It is definitely one of the games of all time. Will I ever replay this game? No. Am I glad I played this game once? Also, no. Did I quit before the end to spare myself hours and hours of boredom? Also no, because I'm apparently a masochist when it comes to slogging through subpar video games. Just don't play this one. Just say no, as Nancy Reagan would have put it. If you like to have weird and bizarre games in your collection like I do, buy it super cheap and put it on a shelf, but then just leave it there to collect dust. It is not worth your time to play. I have the Vita exclusive sequel, and I highly doubt I will ever put that cartridge into my Vita or PS TV out of fear that it will be exactly like this game. My rating for Conception Plus, Maidens of the 12 Stars for PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 4, and Windows is a D. No pun intended.